You won't believe this, but what I'm about to tell you could completely change the way you look at your diet and your heart health. I want you to listen carefully because this isn't your typical cholesterol scare. For decades, we've been told that cholesterol is the main culprit behind heart attacks, that we need to avoid eggs, butter, and fatty meats. But new research is showing us that there's a much sneakier, more dangerous threat lurking in our kitchens every day. And the crazy part? Most doctors aren't even talking about it. This one common food, the one you probably eat, without even thinking about it, could be silently damaging your arteries, raising your risk of heart attack, and sabotaging all the other healthy choices you're making. It's time to uncover the truth. Now, before I reveal this so-called heart attack food, I want you to think about your own diet. Think about what's on your plate right now. Is it something you eat every single day without even questioning it? Chances are it might be, and here's why this is so alarming. This food isn't some exotic ingredient that only appears on a fancy menu or in a health trend article. No, it's everywhere. It's in fast food, it's in restaurant meals, it's in snacks you grab on the go. It's even in foods you think are healthy. And while cholesterol has been vilified for years, research shows that this food can do far more damage than cholesterol ever could. It triggers inflammation in your arteries. It makes them stiff and narrow, and it increases your risk of heart attack far more aggressively than a high cholesterol meal ever would. So what is this dangerous food? It's times sugar, and I'm not talking about just the spoonfuls of sugar you might add to your coffee. I'm talking about the sugar that hides in plain sight, in cereals, in sauces, in bread, in flavored yogurts, even in healthy snacks and protein bars. Every time you consume this sugar, your body reacts in ways that are incredibly harmful to your heart. When you eat sugar, your blood sugar spikes, your insulin levels rise, and your body starts a cascade of inflammatory responses. Over time, this inflammation damages the inner lining of your arteries, a condition called endothelial dysfunction. Once that lining is damaged, plaque starts to build up faster, your arteries harden, and your heart has to work harder to pump blood. This is how heart attacks sneak up on people who otherwise appear healthy. What's even more shocking is that sugar doesn't just affect your arteries in the short term. Studies show that people who consume just one extra sugary beverage a day are significantly more likely to develop heart disease over the next decade. And it's not just drinks. Cakes, pastries, sweetened breakfast foods, and even some savory snacks are loaded with hidden sugar that your body treats the same way. Every bite sends a signal to your liver, telling it to convert sugar into fat, which gets stored around your organs. This visceral fat isn't just extra weight. It actively produces harmful hormones and inflammatory molecules that raise your risk of high blood pressure, diabetes, and heart disease. Now, I know what you're thinking, but I don't eat a lot of sugar. I watch my diet. And here's the thing, most people dramatically underestimate how much sugar they actually consume. That granola bar you grab for breakfast, it could have 15 grams of sugar. That seemingly innocent sandwich bread, up to 5 grams per slice. Add your coffee, condiments, sauces, and snacks throughout the day, and it adds up faster than you think. By the end of the day, you could easily be consuming more than 100 grams of sugar, and your arteries are silently taking the hit with every gram. This is why so many people are puzzled when they feel healthy, exercise regularly, and avoid fatty foods, yet their cholesterol numbers are fine, but suddenly they get hit with heart problems. It's not cholesterol that's the main villain, it's sugar, and sugar doesn't just affect your heart. It also affects your blood pressure, your triglyceride levels, your liver, and even your mood. Every system in your body that sugar touches ends up at higher risk if it's consumed in excess over the years. Think of it like a slow-acting poison. You don't feel it immediately, but over time the damage accumulates. The scary part is how sugar is cleverly disguised in modern diets. Food companies know that people are afraid of fat and cholesterol, so they market low-fat or fat-free products, but they pack them with sugar to make them taste good. Those healthy snack bars, cereals, and even yogurts can be worse for your heart than a slice of cake because they spike your blood sugar, fuel inflammation, and increase your triglycerides, and most of the time we don't even realize we're consuming it. We think we're making healthy choices, but our hearts are silently suffering. You might be asking yourself, so how much sugar is too much? What's safe? The American Heart Association recommends that women consume no more than 25 grams of added sugar per day, and men no more than 36 grams. But here's the problem. Most of us exceed that by a wide margin without realizing it. And even if you stay under the daily limit, frequent spikes in blood sugar throughout the day can still wreak havoc on your heart. The key isn't just limiting sugar, It's avoiding the hidden sugar that sneaks into foods you think are healthy. So, what can you do to protect your heart? The first step is awareness. Start reading labels and looking for added sugar, syrups, cane sugar, dextrose, maltose, and other hidden names. Cut down on sugary drinks entirely. This is one of the fastest ways to reduce sugar intake. No swap out sugary cereals for oatmeal or unsweetened yogurt with fresh fruit. Choose whole grains instead of white bread or pasta. Cook more meals at home so you know exactly what's going into your body. And perhaps most importantly, shift your mindset from avoiding fat to avoiding sugar. Your heart will thank you. Now, I want to make something clear. Not all sugar is bad. Natural sugar from fruits and vegetables comes with fiber, vitamins, and antioxidants that your body actually needs. The danger is in added sugar, the refined, processed kind that gives you that temporary energy spike but leaves your arteries inflamed and your risk of heart disease rising silently in the background. Think of it like fire. A controlled flame from fruit is nourishing and safe, but the hidden sugar in processed foods is an uncontrolled fire that slowly burns your heart from the inside out. And here's something most people don't realize. Sugar doesn't just hurt the heart by inflaming arteries. It also affects how your body stores fat and how your metabolism works. High sugar intake leads to insulin resistance, which is one of the root causes of type 2 diabetes. And diabetes itself is a huge risk factor for heart disease. So it's a double whammy. Sugar directly damages your heart, and indirectly damages your heart, and indirectly damages it by messing with your insulin and blood sugar regulation. Over time, this combination is far more dangerous than cholesterol ever was. Many of you might be wondering, so should I never eat sugar again? And the truth is, you don't have to be perfect, but moderation is key. Treat sugar like a rare indulgence, not a daily habit. When you do enjoy it, savor it. Don't mindlessly snack on it throughout the day. And the more you reduce sugar, the more you'll notice changes. Your energy levels stabilize, your cravings diminish, and your heart health improves over time. This is one of the most powerful steps you can take to prevent heart disease, strokes, and other cardiovascular problems. I also want to touch on the psychological side of sugar because it's not just a physical problem. Sugar is addictive. Every time you eat it, your brain releases dopamine, which makes you want more. This is why sugary snacks are so hard to resist and why people end up eating far more than they planned. Breaking free from sugar addiction is a mindset shift. Start small, remove sugary drinks first, then sugary snacks, then processed foods. Replace them with natural, nutrient-dense foods that satisfy without spiking your blood sugar. Over time, your taste buds adjust and what once seemed like a treat becomes too sweet. And that's when your heart truly starts to heal. And here's an important point many people overlook. Sugar interacts with other foods in ways that amplify its damage. For example, eating sugar alongside refined carbs like white bread or pasta causes your blood sugar to skyrocket even more than sugar alone. Eating sugar with processed fats, like in pastries or fast food, not only spikes your blood sugar but also encourages fat storage around your organs, creating that dangerous visceral fat I mentioned earlier. So it's not just about individual foods, it's about the combinations we consume every day that silently damage our hearts. The good news is that your body has an incredible ability to recover. When you reduce sugar, even if you've been eating it for years, your arteries begin to heal, inflammation decreases, and your risk of heart disease drops. Studies show that people who cut added sugar from their diets experience improvements in triglycerides, blood pressure, and insulin sensitivity within just a few weeks. This isn't some far-off promise, it's real, measurable, and achievable. So let's recap what we've uncovered today. The biggest threat to your heart isn't necessarily the butter, the eggs, or even the steak. It's the hidden refined sugar in your diet. The sugar that causes inflammation, damages your arteries, and raises your risk of heart attack more than cholesterol ever could. Sugar is everywhere, hiding in foods you think are healthy, and it's addictive, sneaky, and dangerous. But the solution is simple: awareness, moderation, and smart swaps. Cut down on sugary drinks, read your labels, cook at home, enjoy natural sugars from fruits, and watch how your heart and your overall health transform. If there's one takeaway I want you to remember, it's this: sugar is not just empty calories, it's a heart killer in disguise. The sooner you recognize it, the sooner you can take action to protect your most vital organ. Your heart is not something to gamble with. And the truth is, the power to prevent heart disease is literally on your plate. Every choice you make matters. Now I want you to pause for a moment and think about your meals today. How much sugar did you consume without even realizing it? Could you swap it for something that nourishes your body rather than harms it? The small changes you make today can add up to years of life, better energy, and a heart that beats strong well into your later years. So start today. Look at your sugar intake, make one small swap, and take control of your heart health. This isn't fear mongering, it's empowering you with knowledge that most people never hear. Most doctors talk about cholesterol, but sugar is the silent, more dangerous culprit. And now that you know, you can take steps to protect yourself. Your heart deserves it, and so do you. Remember, every healthy choice you make isn't just about today, it's about decades of life, energy, and strength. Don't wait for a wake up call in the form of a heart problem. Take action now. Read your labels, cut the hidden sugars, enjoy whole foods, and let your heart thrive. It's never too late to start, and the best part is, your body will thank you sooner than you think. When it comes to heart health, most of us have been taught to worry about cholesterol, to fear eggs, butter, and fatty meats, and to believe that keeping cholesterol low is the only way to protect our hearts. But the truth is far more surprising and, frankly, much more urgent. Refined sugar is quietly wreaking havoc on the cardiovascular system, and it's a threat that many people completely overlook. Unlike cholesterol, which we can see in our blood tests and which gets the attention of doctors, sugar operates behind the scenes. It hides in foods we think are healthy. It's disguised in products marketed as low fat or fat free, and it's consumed in quantities that most people don't even realize. Every time we eat sugar, our blood sugar spikes and our insulin levels surge, triggering an inflammatory response in the body. This inflammation isn't just a temporary reaction, it damages the lining of our arteries over time. This inner lining, called the endothelium, is critical for keeping blood flow going smoothly, and when it's impaired, plaque starts to accumulate. Arteries stiffen, and blood pressure rises, all of which significantly increase the risk of heart attack. Unlike cholesterol, which is only one piece of the puzzle, sugar affects multiple systems at once. It contributes to the buildup of visceral fat, the kind that wraps around internal organs and produces harmful hormones and inflammatory molecules. This fat isn't just cosmetic, it actively raises the risk of heart disease, diabetes, and metabolic disorders. And it doesn't stop there. Sugar consumption leads to higher triglycerides, lower HDL or good cholesterol, and even increases the likelihood of insulin resistance, which is a precursor to type 2 diabetes, a condition strongly linked to cardiovascular problems. One of the most alarming aspects is how pervasive sugar is in modern diets. People might avoid desserts and candy but still consume sugar through sweetened beverages, flavored yogurts, granola bars, bread, pasta sauces, and packaged snacks. Each of these hidden sources contributes to the total sugar load in the body, silently causing damage that accumulates over months and years. Research has shown that even a single extra sugary beverage a day can increase the likelihood of developing heart disease over time, and when combined with other sugary foods, the impact is multiplied. The problem is compounded by the addictive nature of sugar. It triggers dopamine release in the brain, creating cravings and making people want more, which leads to higher consumption and further risk. This is why some people can appear healthy, exercise regularly, and have normal cholesterol levels, yet still experience heart issues. The real culprit isn't cholesterol at all. It's the sugar that inflames the arteries, stresses the heart, and sets the stage for cardiovascular disease. Understanding this is key to protecting heart health because it shifts the focus from just monitoring cholesterol to addressing the root cause of damage that is far more insidious and pervasive. Reducing sugar intake, recognizing hidden sugars in everyday foods, and being mindful of consumption patterns are essential steps for anyone serious about preventing heart disease, and acknowledging sugar as a primary risk factor is the first step toward making meaningful, long-term changes in diet and lifestyle. The good news is that the damage caused by sugar isn't permanent, and your heart has an incredible ability to recover once you take control of your diet. Awareness is the first and most important step because you can't change what you don't see. Most people drastically underestimate how much added sugar they consume every day, and by simply reading labels and identifying hidden sugars, you can immediately start making smarter choices. It's not just about avoiding obvious sweets like candy, cakes, and soda. It's about noticing the sugar that's sneaked into foods marketed as healthy. Low-fat yogurts, granola bars, breakfast cereals, sauces, and even some breads can be packed with sugar that spikes your blood sugar, inflames your arteries, and raises your risk of heart disease. Once you become aware of these hidden sources, you can start replacing them with alternatives that nourish your body instead of harming it. Cooking at home is a powerful tool because it puts you in control of exactly what goes into your meals. Using fresh ingredients, whole grains, lean proteins, vegetables, and natural flavorings allows you to avoid added sugar while still enjoying delicious, satisfying food. Even small swaps, like choosing unsweetened yogurt with fresh fruit instead of flavored yogurt or opting for sparkling water instead of soda, can dramatically reduce your daily sugar intake. These changes, while simple, add up over time and give your heart the chance to repair itself. The benefits aren't just long term, your body starts responding quickly. Blood sugar levels stabilize, triglycerides drop, blood pressure improves, and inflammation in the arteries decreases. Over weeks and months, these changes can have a measurable impact on heart health, significantly lowering your risk of heart attack, stroke, and other cardiovascular problems. Another key factor is replacing sugar with nutrient dense foods that satisfy cravings without harming your body. Natural sugars from fruits, combined with fiber, vitamins, and antioxidants, give your body energy while supporting heart and overall health. Pairing these foods with protein, healthy fats, and whole grains ensures that your meals keep you full, balanced, and free from the energy crashes and cravings that processed sugar causes. Moderation is also critical because eliminating all sugar entirely isn't realistic for most people and can lead to frustration or binging. Treating sugar as an occasional indulgence is instead of a daily habit allows you to enjoy life while protecting your heart. Mindset matters too. Sugar is addictive, and retraining your brain to enjoy less sweet foods takes time. Gradually reducing sugar intake helps reset your taste buds, making overly sweet foods feel too intense, and this shift reinforces healthy habits that last for years. Ultimately, the power to improve your heart health lies in the choices you make every day. By consistently reducing added sugar, replacing processed foods with whole, nourishing alternatives, and cooking more meals at home, you're giving your arteries a chance to heal, lowering inflammation, and significantly reducing your risk of cardiovascular disease. The cumulative effect of these small, intentional changes is enormous, and the best part is that your body begins to respond quickly, showing measurable improvements in energy, blood markers, and overall well being. Taking control of your sugar intake isn't just about preventing future heart problems. It's about feeling better every day, having sustained energy, and creating a lifestyle that supports a strong, healthy heart for decades to come. These steps are simple, actionable, and backed by research, and anyone can implement them with a little awareness and effort, empowering themselves to make choices that protect their most vital organ,